Psalms 139. Lord, you have seen what is in my heart. You know all about me. You know when I sit down and when I get up. You know what I'm thinking, even though you are far away. You know when I go out to work and when I come back home. Lord, even before I speak a word, you know all about it. You are all around me, behind me, and in front of me. You hold me safe in your hand. I'm amazed at how well you know me. It's more than I can understand. How can I get away from your spirit? Where can I go to escape from you? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I lie down to the deepest parts of the earth, you are also there. Suppose I were to rise with the sun in the east. Suppose I travel to the west where it sinks into the ocean. Your hand would always be there to guide me. Your right hand would still be holding me close. Suppose I were to say, I'm sure the darkness will hide me. The light around me will become as dark as night. Even that darkness should not be dark to you. The night would shine like the day, because darkness is like light to you. You created the deepest parts of the being. You put me together inside my mother's body. How you made me is amazing and wonderful. I praise you for that. What you have done is wonderful. I know that very well. None of my bones was hidden from you when you made me inside my mother's body. The place was as dark as the deepest parts of the earth when you were putting me together there. Your eyes saw my body even before it was formed. You planned how many days I would live. You wrote down the number of them in your book, before I had lived through even one of them. God, your thoughts about me are priceless. No one can possibly add them all up. If I could count them, they would be more than the grains of sand. If I were to fall asleep counting and then wake up, you would still be there with me.
If you were ever under the delusion that the pastor's family is a shining, happy, idyllic family, you might note that the three feelings that came out of our household just then were frustration, sadness, and what was the other one? I can't remember what it was. Anxious, yeah, anxiety. So just... You did notice that, okay. So you weren't the only one, okay. You can go ahead and put the slide up. I'll just remind you that the Psalm 139, is a Psalm of David. Some voices say, all you really have to do is just be yourself. But also confident, that's super important, and interesting, easy to talk to, approachable, intelligent. Well, just be yourself. Be true to yourself. I say to myself, nobody really knows the true me. I hold my cards close, and I only play the ones I want when I want. So they might see the confident me, the funny me, the hardworking me, but I won't let anyone see the rest of me, the scared me, the angry me, or the depressed me. If I put it all out there, it would be a disaster. I would be so embarrassed if anyone really knew me totally. And if I'm being honest, I'm not even always sure who the real me is. David says, "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. Some voices say, don't tread on me. You can't tell me what to do. Don't let anyone tell you how to live your life. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You can't rely on anyone but yourself. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and I did it my way. I say to myself, it's all up to me. I've got to be true to who I am, but first I have to figure out who I am. Nobody can do that for me. That feels empowering. It also feels heavy. It's a lot of pressure to put on one person, especially a person who's often scared and angry and depressed. David says, you hem me in, behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Some voices say, just do it. Be all you can be. And if life gives you lemons, make lemonade. We fall down so that we can learn to get back up. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I say to myself, does God have a plan for my life? And if so, is this it? What if I get lost? What if things don't go according to plan? What do I do then? David says, where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me and the light become night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for the darkness is as light to you. Some voices say, you've truly become someone when you have a meaningful job that makes you happy, when you're married and have children, and when you own your own home. You are important when you are valued by other people. I say to myself, how do I know if I matter? I am what I do. My job, my role in my family, my church and my community volunteering, my personal devotions. I am someone when I am doing all the right things. Also, I am what others think of me. As much as it pains me to admit it, I need the affirmation of others to maintain my self-esteem. It's devastating to think that some people don't particularly like me, or worse, that they just don't care about me or what's going on in my life. David says, you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Some voices say you are important when you are thin, when you are smart, and when you are successful. You are important when you live up to the expectations that others have for you. People will see you when you do these things in the right way. I say to myself, I'm not thin enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not successful enough. I'm not spiritual enough. I'm not exactly who my parents wanted me to be. Now, I know in my head that I'm not truly defined by these expectations, but man, are they hard to shake. How do others see me? Do others see me? David says, "My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book, before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, God, how vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of the sand. When I awake, I am still with you." To the child who offered his 5 small loaves of bread and his 2 fish to feed 5,000, Jesus says, "It is enough." Jesus says, whatever you offer, it is enough. Jesus says, you are enough. Amen.